Children, today we are going to start a new topic of our syllabus, Principle of Mathematical Induction. So today we are going to learn what is induction, what is the process of induction in mathematics, and how we are going to use the process to prove the mathematical statement, to prove the result of the mathematical statement, whether it is a true or not. Right? So basically, there are two methods to prove, to conclude any scientific or mathematical reasoning. One is induction and one is deduction. In induction, we start with particular term. It's a reasoning from particular to general term. That means first we prove to first term, then second term, and then we prove to general term, end term. And reduction is the process of reasoning from general to particular term. Right? First we prove general term and then we move towards particular term. Right, children? So let's start with the sum in which we try to see that how we prove a mathematical statement, whether it is true or not, by using the process of mathematical induction. Right? Suppose a statement is written as n plus 1 is divisible by 2. So we have to show that whether it is true or not, whether n plus 1 is divisible by 2 or not. Right, children? So what we have done, we have assumed that n plus 1 is equivalent to Tn. Right? Tn is equivalent to n plus 1. And we have to prove that n plus 1 is divisible by 2 or Tn is divisible by 2. Right, children? Where n will be natural numbers. Right? So first what we'll do, first we check for n equals to 1, as the first natural number is 1. Right? So when we put n equals to 1 here, so it will become T1, which will be n1 into 1 plus 1. So 1 into 1 plus 1, it will be 2. Right, children? And 2, we know that it is a multiple of 2. 2 1 the 2. Right, children? So what we'll say that it is true for n equals to 1. Right. Now what we'll do, we'll assume that it is true for n equals to m. That means we always assume that it is true for some m, n equals to m. So when we assume that Tm is a multiple of 2, then what will it become? We place n equals to m and it will become Tm equals to m bracket m plus 1 is a multiple of 2. This statement we have assumed, children. Right? Now what we'll do, we'll check for n equals to m plus 1. And if it is true for m plus 1, then we say that our mathematical statement is proved true by the principle of mathematical induction. Right? So what we'll do, if we put n equals to m plus 1, it will become m plus 1 bracket m plus 2. Right? The product of m plus 1 bracket and m plus 2 inside bracket. Now children, this m can be multiplied with m plus 1 and this 2 can be multiplied with m plus 1. Right? When we do that, when we multiply, we can write this term as m into m plus 1 plus 2 into m plus 1. See children, you can take m plus 1 common from here. It will again get converted to this term, this expression. Right? In factorization we have studied. Now pay attention here. This m plus 1, we have assumed that it is a multiple of 2. That means in place of m plus 1, we can write as m bracket 2, that is a multiple of 2. This we have assumed that it is a multiple of 2. And see this term, here it is written 2 bracket m plus 1. 2 into any natural number, it is a multiple of 2. Right? So this will again also a multiple of 2, and the sum of 2 multiple of 2's will be a multiple of 2. So now we can say that it is true for m plus 1. So hence we can say that we have proved by the principle of mathematical induction that n plus 1 is divisible by 2 for all n belongs to natural numbers. Right, children? Note down this sum. Understood the process of induction? This way we will be solving the rest of the sums. Right, children? Note down this first. Now let's see another sum, children. Now in this sum, the question says that let Pn is equivalent to 3 to the power 2n minus 1. Right? 3 to the power 2n minus 1 is a multiple of 8, is a mathematical statement. And we have to show that P1, that the statement is true for P1 and P2. That means when n equals to 1 and when n equals to 2, the statement is true. That means this term will be divisible by 8. Right? Then in the next part, the question says if Pm is true, then show that Pm plus 1 is also true. Right? Now we have to do two parts in this sum. First, we have to show that it is true for n equals to 1 and 2. Then it is given that if it is true for n equals to m, then we have to prove that it is true for n equals to m plus 1. Right, children? Let's start solving. Now here it is given that Pn is equals to 3 to the power 2n minus 1. Right? This is equivalent to Pn. Right? Now when we put n equals to 1 here, what we'll get? 3 to the power 2 into 1 minus 1 here, like this. And it will become 3 square minus 1. And 3 square minus 1, 3 square is 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. And 8 is a multiple of 8. We all know that, right? So it is true for n equals to 1. Now let's check for n equals to 2. Let's substitute the value of n is 2, right? When we do that, it will become P2 is equals to 3 to the power 2 into 2 minus 1. 3 to the power 2 into 2, it will be 3 to the power 4. And we know that 3 to the power 4 is 81. 3 is the 9, 3 is the 27, 3 is the 81. 81 minus 1, it will be 80. So 80 is a multiple of 8. 8 10 the 80. We all know that, right? Now we have done first part. We have shown that it is true for 1, n equals to 1 and 2. Now let's come to next part. Now in the next part, the question says if Pm is true, then show that Pm plus 1 is also true. So let's assume that Pm will be 3 to the power 2m minus 1. When we put n equals to m, we'll get 3 to the power 2n minus 1, right? So it is given that we have assumed that it is a multiple of 8. That means 3 to the power 2m minus 1 is divisible by 8. So we have written as m8. M bracket 8 means multiple of 8, right? Now what we'll do, we have to check that, we have to show that, we have to prove that it is true for Pm plus 1. That means 3 to the power, when we put n equals to m plus 1, we'll get the statement as 3 to the power 2 bracket m plus 1 minus 1. So this 2 will be multiplied in the power, in the bracket. It will be 2m plus 2 here, like this. Right, children? And this 3 to the power 2 can be written as 3 square into 3 to the power 2m minus 1. So now let's see here, 3 square will become 9. 9 into 3 to the power 2m minus 1. Let's see what we'll do here. We'll add and subtract 8. Remember, adding and subtracting 8 here. When we add and subtract 8, this minus 1 and minus 8 will become minus 9. And this 9 we can take common from here. When we do that, it will become 9 into bracket 3 to the power 2m minus 1. Right? Plus 8 we will get. Now, we all know that 8 is a multiple of 8. 8 is divisible by 8. 8 ones are 8, right? And 3 to the power 2m minus 1, we have assumed that it is a multiple of 8 here. Right, children? We have already assumed that 9 in 3 to the power 2m minus 1 is a multiple of 8. So, the sum of two multiples of 8 will be multiple of 8, children. Understood? So, then we can say that it is Pm plus 1 is true, or we can say that hence it is proved by the principle of mathematical induction that Pn is divisible by 8 for all n belongs to natural numbers. We can write this statement also. Right, children? Note down, please. Let's see another sum, children. Now in this sum, the question says, using principle of mathematical induction, prove that Tn, which is equivalent to 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus and so on plus 2n is equals to n square plus n. That means this statement is true. We have to prove that by using mathematical induction, right? So in induction, what we'll do, it is a reasoning from particular to general term. That means first we take particular, we prove that it is true for particular term. That let's say first term, second term, and then we move to general term. So first what we'll check, n equals to 1. The first term is first term, so n equals to 1 will be the first term. Let's see that whether this statement is true for n equals to 1 or not. So in general term, if you put n equals to 1 here, we'll get n square, 1 square plus 1, and 1 square plus 1 square will be 1 plus 1, it will be 2. And our first statement is 2. First term is 2. So what we'll say that, hence it is true for n equals to 1. Right. Now what we'll do, we'll assume that we can also check n equals to 2, n equals to 3 also, children. I don't have space for all that calculation, so I'm checking for 1 only. For 2 it will be correct. If you put 2 here, it will become 2 square plus 2, right? It will be true for n equals to 2 as well. Now what we'll do, we'll check for, right children? That means if we put n equals to 2, we'll get 2 to the 4 plus 2, 6. So the sum of first two terms will be 6. You can see that 2 plus 4, it will be 6. Right children? That means the sum of one term, it will be 2. First term, the sum of two terms, it will be 6. If you put 3 here, you will get 3 square plus 3. 3 3 the 9 plus 3, it will be 12. Now you see that the sum of first 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. 2 plus 4 plus 6, it will be 12. Right children? So we can say that it will be, it is true for n equals to 3 as well. Here I have done that n equals to 1 I have taken, it is true. Now we assume that it is true for n equals to m. Now when we assume that, we know that it will be true. That means the series, the sequence, the statement Tm will be equivalent to 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus and so on plus 2m is equals to m square plus m. Right? Is equals to m square plus m. So what we'll do, we have assumed that it is true. The value of this sequence, it is m square plus m. Now we check for n equals to m plus 1. Okay. So when we put n equals to m plus 1, so it will become t m plus 1 is equivalent to 2 plus 4 plus 6 up to 2 bracket m plus 1. In place of n, I have substituted m plus 1. Right. So before this term, it will be 2m will get mth term. This is m plus 1 term. So mth term will be 2m. And here if we substitute n equals to m plus 1, we will get m plus 1 to the whole power 2 plus m plus 1. Right. Now let's check whether this statement is true, whether both the left hand side and right hand side are equal or not. Let's discuss children. Just pay attention to this much number of sums, right? 2 plus 4 plus 6 up to 2m. The sum of these many terms we have already assumed as m square plus m. Here we have assumed that it is true for m equals to 1, n equals to m. That means 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus and so on plus 2m is equals to m square plus m. So in place of this, the sum of these many terms, m terms, we can put m square plus m value. Right. We are solving LHS and we are proving it to right hand side. Then we say that it is true. Right. So it will be m square plus m. Now let's see. If you put n equals to m plus 1 here, in place of n, it will be 2m plus 2, right? Now we got m square plus m plus 2m plus 2. And here we can write these many terms as m square plus 2m, and this 2 we can break into 1 plus 1, and we can write as plus 1 here and plus 1 here. So same terms we have written here. So this will become m square plus 2m plus 1 plus m plus 1. So this m square plus 2m plus 1 we can write as m plus 1 to the whole square. And here we'll get m plus 1. Now you can see that we have proved the left hand side is equals to right hand side. We got right hand side here. So what we'll do, we'll write the statement now. Hence it is proved by the principle of mathematical induction that Tn is true for all n belongs to natural numbers. Right, children? Note down, please.